Arizona. Happy New Year. This is good. I like when people start with such much power. Then the DG quarterly report is done, right? So this is a tricky, usually a tricky start, because are we talking about 2018, the whole year? Are we talking about the last quarter report, which we didn't do? Do we talk about the coming year? So we'll try and just do a little bit of both, of everything. And I hope through this session we can get where we are going, what we are trying to achieve. So I'd like to start by just reminding us of how we ended last year on a high. And you remember these guys? Who are they? Who can tell me all the three and why they are on this screen? Anyone? Majina yao yote na why they are on this screen? By the way, I'm not moving on until somebody.
Not unless you ask it.
Okay, I don't know.
No, that is away.
They are staff of the year for Kijabe Hospital. The gentleman on my left, I've forgotten his name, but I know he works in security. I know Dr. Ariana, and the gentleman, he's a staff in Nevasha in pharmacy.
So, what do you think? Why did Moses get Employee of the Year? What are some of the things that he represented?
From the report, he's very committed, he's very passionate, and what he said is he loves to help people.
So that is a good introduction. Today we are having a Know Your Hospital session. The first. So our core ideology is based on this core purpose, which is to glorify God through compassionate healthcare provision, training, and spiritual ministry. And our core values still remain: compassion, accountability, staff engagement, and sustainability. This is in red because for a moment, I want us to really focus on this thing that we've not talked about the whole of last year. And there are some reasons, there are some legitimate reasons, because usually the culmination of all our education is come towards the end of the year, when students are passing and all that. So these are what we would consider the custodians of the arm of the training pillar of our core ideology. The Kijabe College of Health Sciences and the Division of Graduate Medical Education. If I may ask, could somebody tell me at least 4 courses that are offered by the KCHS, not an us, and no one from the college?
He was there. That is rigging.
Anyone from administration?
Clinical medicine. Clinical medicine, echo, nursing, and staffing.
Know Your Hospital. Give me another.
Wow.
Now, could anyone who is not a doctor tell me what are the 4 functions of the Division of Graduate Medical Education? Anyone who is not a doctor?
Yeah, we treat hearts.
No one? Ini ngumu? Okay, 3. No one? Okay, including a doctor? Anyone? No one? Know your hospital. Know your hospital. These are the silos we are trying to break. You can try.
I'm not so sure whether it's the functions or the trainings, but I know they deal with residency programs. They also deal with internships. I think sponsorship, I'm not sure. Okay, okay, let me break the internships into several.
Two more.
Research. You had lowered it to 3. Let me try. We haven't talked. I'm just thinking of the short courses programs.
Short courses, and then?
And then we have...
The 4.
The 4.
Yeah. Then you say them.
Okay, then, how did this appear? I know the short courses, I know the training programs.
Ilikuwa imesema.
You just said them, but they disappeared. Internship. Okay, they do HSO training, HIV programs. Research. Yes, and residency.
Know your hospital.
Wow.
I should give you 2. You struggled a little. So, the KCHS, you've had many courses focused on the nursing and the clinical officers, right from the basic courses all the way to some advanced courses like ECHO for the clinical officers, and some of the advanced diplomas like critical care, perioperative nursing for the KCHS. And Division of Graduate Medical Education, 4 functions you've had. 1 is research, 2 is internship, 3 are the short courses, and 4 are the residencies. Okay? Those 4. So, know your hospital. Sio kukaa tu kwa in your cocoon, that if you are a spiritual person, you are just focused on the Bible and that office. I know there's that office, the cave. So, last year was, we culminated in graduation of some of our surgical residents. You can see them here. This is Watson, that's Kingori, and Nyambati, who in conjunction with Cure, we have a joint program, and then Shelby, who's doing general surgery. So congratulations to them. But like I always say, graduation is just a step. It's the part of the road. It's not the destination. So we've released them, and we are happy to say that 2 of them are back into our program, have been absorbed into the orthopedics department. They're already, I'm told, having a big impact, and Nyambati is on the other side, the Kiwa side. So, most importantly, because for these people, it is not a journey, it's actually the destination. Training the trainers, for them that is a destination, because it is a moment of joy when you can see your students coming out as products, as now colleagues, better than you, going out to save lives. So I'd like to congratulate all the teachers present, and I'm sure most of us here will be teachers one way or another, formal or informal. But could I have all the residency teachers standing up? Residency, or the graduate medical education teachers? Sorry, that includes internship, it includes residency programs. We don't have teachers. Any other? None? Internship, stroke, residency, graduate medical education. Any other? Makofi kwao. And this is, again, just a good example of all the people who go into contributing in our training programs. You notice this, this slide has a combination of, you know, all the disciplines. I mean, if we were to put everyone in this photo, people who participate in producing a doctor consultant, you'd have, I suspect, more than 400, 500, half the hospital, if not the whole hospital, in this slide. So we have the scrub techs who have been intimately involved in making these people into good Christian doctors who are now out there in the community serving. We have their junior residents, we have the various other multidisciplines, all the divisions involved. So I'd like to congratulate everyone and say a big thank you, and to Tuendelee Hivyo, because this thing, it comes back. It is a circle. What we produce comes back to help us. One day, this might be, I'm not wishing you to be sick, but one day this will be the doctors that you will approach to help you. I know I am a product of that, and I know that I have seen some of your children, and I know that once upon a time, that when I was in a program, you supported me one way or another. So on behalf of all those people who are products of Kijabe, I say a big thank you. Now, we say another arm of our director of our division of graduate medical education is research. After a lot of hard work, we have finally gotten national accreditation to be a center of basically an ethics review board. That means that any research can now come to this center, and once it is approved, it will be recognized anywhere in the country as research that has been accredited by a nationally recognized body. So there's a lot of work that goes on the back end to getting this piece of paper, this certificate. And I would like again to congratulate the Division of Graduate Medical Education and the research committee that has worked tirelessly to make this happen. Tafadhali simameni. Evelyn, I can see you. I can see you, Carol. Anyone? Research, the research ethics? Yes, congratulations. I've got it now. And for that reason, the person who, has been instrumental in making this piece of paper happen is none other than Carol Mwangi, who has been instrumental in our IRB getting nationally accredited. She has served as an IRB coordinator since the inception in 2012. And for that, and I think she's an example of, you know, we are in the generation of instant rewards. She's an example that there is nothing that comes easy. You know, look at the number of years she's continued to toil and work and just do, you know, be part of the ordinariness of her activities since 2012. Doing the same thing, being persistent, being disciplined, being focused, to be able to deliver this accreditation. It may look small, but the NACOSTI accreditation is actually very big. We are now equals to people like Kenyatta National Hospital and Moi, who were once upon a time, and Kemri Research Foundation, which were once upon a time, or Research Institute, the only accredited bodies. Now, to the school, again, I would like to just highlight some of the things that they were able to achieve in 2018. They produced 14 anesthetists, KRNAs, 8 perioperative nurses who passed, and 45 community nurses. They had a pass rate of 100%. Makofi kwao. People from the college. Again, Makofi. And as a shining example, I would like to give a special mention again to Dorothy Wanjiko, who's been an outstanding worker amidst a lot of pressure. She's been accommodating yet firm. She's been a team player and a hard worker. She has been an exam coordinator for 3 years, and for the 3 years, I am told the rate of leakage has sharply declined. You will not. When I had that, I had to clarify twice. I was like, did jump a leakage? And then again. So, Dorothy. So, that was just to now summarize the year 2018. The year 2018 had 6 strategic pillars. Those 6 strategic pillars still remain. In fact, let me just go back and ask, could somebody tell me at least 4 strategic pillars? I have given you the leakage. Maybe she will now ensure that next time I don't. Can anyone give me 4? You look too sharp. Give me 6.
Stewardship.
Yeah.
Governance and leadership.
Yes.
We have a workforce that's highly motivated.
We'll take it.
Workforce.
Yeah, stable workforce. Okay, anyone? You now have to tell me, because it's given you 4, sure, you have to give me 2 others.
The 6 pillars are stewardship, superior customer experience, affordable pricing, high-skilled workforce, operational excellence, leadership.
Next CEO. Know your hospital. Know your hospital. So how did we perform? In the first pillar, we had 7 initiatives that we were supposed to partake, and we achieved 2. That means that we achieved 29% of what we had, or let me say, in fact, let me be even more specific, because this is my balance scorecard. This is the tool that the board will uses to evaluate me. So would you say I passed or I failed? Huh? Failed, good. And then number 2, deliver superior customer experience in every customer-facing situation. We set out to do 15, and I only achieved 9. Would you say I passed or I failed?
You passed.
Affordable pricing in line with compassionate healthcare. We set out to achieve 4 initiatives. We only achieved 2. Would you say I passed or I failed?
Passed.
Achieve operational excellence. Achieve operational excellence through by delivering through speed and efficiency. We set out to achieve 9, and we've achieved 2. Is that a pass? Okay. And then develop and retain highly skilled workforce to deliver on the hospital's mission. We set out to achieve 13, and we only achieved 6. Would you say that is a pass or a fail? And for the board, it is orange. The board and leadership, it is orange because the initiative, some of the initiatives will start streaming out this year. These are the 6 pillars, and each year, if you look at the strategic plan, actually, each year we have initiatives that you are supposed to partake so that you meet the strategic goals of that specific year. So, was my overall a pass or a fail? A fail, right? Yes, so of the 48 initiatives that we endeavored to achieve, only 21 were achieved. And therefore, I scored myself a 44%. So, when somebody is even new, you are welcome to sit with me and do my performance evaluation. There's something called 360, where you now are the person telling me, hey, how did you perform? Would you say I passed or I failed? So, there are some politicians here. This is a fail. So, we can say, as of last year, what we set out to achieve, I failed because I did not achieve what was intended to be achieved. Okay? So, we can say all the nice things, all the happy things, but 2018, of the initiatives we set out to achieve so that we can get where we want to get, the happy place of 2022, we are at 21 over 48, which is 44%. So what worked against that? There are some things that were not within our control. For example, we began implementation mid-year because the strategic plan was launched a little bit late. And then there was also instability at leadership level because we did have anyone representing the director support operation, the nursing division, the medical division, clinical division also underwent some tumultuous time. You remember the sad news that we got from Rich Davis, who was the former medical director clinical services. And yes, amongst other things in the leadership. And then, 2, when you're introducing a new document, a new way of doing things, sometimes it is difficult for all of us, not just myself, not just you, but all of us to understand how to work, 1, how to relate to that document, and 2, how to relate to each other so that we can help each other deliver on the promises that we set to achieve. So, but there are things that I think which contributed that were within our control. I must say that despite those, I think where there is a will, there is a way. If we had intended to achieve those, it would have been possible if we had sorted out some of these communication gaps where some divisions don't know what is going on, and then a lot of disharmony because either people didn't understand the document, sorry to say this, but also there are sometimes unreasonable resistance. Sometimes it is some things may be personal. So, you know, all those innuendos not understood. So we say this year, we want to achieve what we set out to achieve, and it is not me only. It is not you only. It is not your neighbor only, but it is our collective actions that will lead us to achieving what we set out to achieve in 2018. And therefore, that is why we are saying, arise, let's do it. Okay? According to Ezra 10:4, And the reason why we went for this, Steve was given a very powerful introduction. I do not want to dilute it. And so I would. But I just want to say this, that why we went for this is because there is a recognition. One, we've come from this new dawn. You know, sometimes new dawn can be vague. What is on the hillside, we don't know. But now we know what we want to do, and we are calling each other to arise to action. We are calling each other. It is let us do it. It's not Revo will do it, or CEO will do it, or management, Ionia management. You know the famous Ionia management. It is not yours only. It is our total collective action that will help us achieve what we intend to achieve this quarter. So, some of the things we, as SMT, make a promise to deliver is one, to reduce information, as if the staff engagement survey showed a lot of information asymmetry, where some people know so much about what is going on and some people know so little about what we got. So we'll put a lot of initiatives through. Managers will be forced to down what? To take the information and transfer to it. They have an obligation to tell you what is going on about the hospital. Number two, we shall come to you. We shall start SMT forums and we shall meet with the divisions in person. And this will be open forums where you are welcome to tell us what needs to be told to us, whether good, whether bad. We don't like, if you know me, I'm not a fan of sugarcoating. I like it hit, direct, go for the jugular. So you tell me like it is. And so that is really the one thing. The one thing that we need to focus is, think about that one thing that you need to deliver, to focus on, that will have the greatest impact for this institution. Now, it is for you to take those initiatives, interrogate them, and then come up with those things that will help you have the highest, minimal effort with the highest impact of result. So, what is the one thing that I want us to focus this quarter? The one thing that I want us to focus on this quarter is what we call the balanced scorecard. The balanced scorecard is basically a component of what we call performance management. This balanced scorecard is supposed to be an interaction between you, myself, you, your supervisor, and you and the people around you about what is it that you are meant to achieve this year as an individual. And that is the arise, let us do it part. It is about you now saying what you will do for the organization. And in part, during the discussion, it is for the person to also tell you what, maybe for example, what resources you need to achieve what you set up or what you agree to achieve. So balanced scorecards are supposed to be in by February. All signed balanced scorecards are supposed to be in by February 15th, I think. 15th? Now, 15th is a good coincidence because it is smack in the middle of quarter one. So by the end of quarter two, we should be talking about 100% balanced scorecards returned. 100%. I do not mean that, one division will have less or I mean 100% of balanced scorecards. Just like we sign a contract, 100% of employees have signed contracts. We need 100% of balanced scorecards in. The balanced scorecard talks about, one is role clarity, that you will understand what you are meant to do this year. Okay? It is a summary. It's not everything, but it is a highlight. It is the one thing, the big things that will result to the biggest impact for the strategic plan. And two, it will tell you how you are going to relate with other people. Because once everyone understands, then you understand how you fit into the bigger puzzle. And three, it is an opportunity to communicate, you and your supervisor and you and the people around you, about what is expected of you and what is expected of them. Why is this important? It is so important because last year, when we started this process, there was that lack of understanding. And I suspect it's what led to communication breakdown and disharmony. So this time, we want to communicate and have it documented. Okay? Takes a lot of work, but the fruits are rewarding. And at the end of the year, it is what we will look back and say, this one, because part of performance management is reward and, we don't like to say it, but punishment. Those who have managed to overachieve what they set out to do will get their reward. And those who did, yes, that one. The next thing is that I like the balance scorecard because it talks about one of our pillars and how we shall approach it. That it shall be weighted at 10% of as a key performance indicator. That means that of all the activities you set out to do this year, 10% of them must be seen to be spiritual and will be scored as such. And so Revo and his team are tasked to map out what the organizational activities are as far as spiritual alignment, and then aligning these activities to strategy so that we are not doing things that are, you could be doing a very good thing, a powerful thing that is transforming lives from a spiritual perspective, but it is not in line with what we are doing. So we want to align all those activities. And I would like to end, therefore, by saying that this year we have a lot of things on the calendars that have been scheduled, and I'm glad to report this was the first major event for the for January, and then February again for this quarter with the submission of the signed balance scorecards, amongst the many other things. So, asanteni sana, and I look forward to partnering, to communicating, to sharing, to building relationships this coming year. Let us remember balance scorecard, balance scorecard, balance scorecard. Let us remember that we are 44% from where we wanted to be in 2018. This year we are aiming for 100%, and therefore we shall need to put a lot of effort, a lot of collaboration so that we can achieve what we wanted to achieve. And for that, I would now like to welcome Divo to help me launch this year's theme.
Probably we can have all the SMT members come forward, and each one of them will have this. And we had no prior plan for this, so the Spirit is just speaking to us now. So if I have, probably I have ambushed you. It is not
some other members.
It is God. Some members, anybody, any one of us. Say, we do not have a plan. So just come. This one. Yeah, just who else? Come. Somebody else? Kimani? Joe? Hey. Now, just to show you. Yeah, all it's facing. Okay. If you listened to our reading, Ezra was weeping, crying, and praying, lying down. And that is why he was told, arise. This thing is in your hands. Take courage and let us do it. So we are holding this, and now.
On behalf of everyone here, I declare the 2019 theme launched.